had so much fun with the first 2 chapters of this book. And I know I should have started with chapter 2 because chapter 1 was mostly just them getting together. And chapter 2 was the mission, the details on the mission. But I was having so much fun with it that I decided that I would do a little bit more before going on to the next book. So the tail end of chapter 2. These officers have gone missing, and they want him to find these officers. So we discuss that. And then we start chapter 3. Knowing that Edwina would already have left the house for her morning engagements, Declan went on to Frobisher & Sons' office located off Burr Street between Catherine Docks and the London Docks. There he sat and trained various inquiries, dispatching several of the company's retired sailors to quietly ask in the inns and taverns scattered about the area. He doubted they would hear anything specifically relating to his mission, but if there was some wider shame afoot that might impinge on it, he would prefer to know of any potential complications before he set sail from English shores. Ow! Excuse me. Somebody put her nails in my knee. So, we're having a pussycat commercial break. Meow. 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 What? So he's going to tell some news. He debated how to phrase his news and decided the brevity would serve them best. I've been called on to do a short run to the capital of West Africa settlements. It won't take long. I'll only be away for a few weeks for business reasons. The voyage has to be made immediately. None of my brothers or cousins are available. They're at sea and due back in time, or in Royd's case, unable to set sail due to other commitments. How dangerous is this voyage likely to be? Not dangerous at all, or most, or only minimal. Given his orders to cut and run the instant he learned anything, he couldn't imagine he would face any real danger. He didn't want her worrying. He summoned a reassuring smile. I'll be home safe and sound before you know it. On that route, is the weather favorable at this time of the year? Generally speaking, yes. I don't expect to run into any storms. In that case, I'm going with you. And there's nothing you can say to change my mind. I'm going. Apparently not noticing his stunned state, she rattled on. Given we've accomplished the most important goal we came to London to achieve, and as all else here is running smoothly, there's really no reason I need to remain in town over the next few weeks. Her eyes warmed and her lips curved with her eager enthusiasm. And I would so like to sail with you, to see the world by your side. He's like, no. She's like, yes. He's like, no. She's like, yes. He's like, no. She's like, I win. Why not? Is there some reason you haven't told me that makes this inadmissible for me to travel with you? Yes. He opened his mouth, then shut it. He couldn't tell her any details. She moved in circles that might easily include connections of the Holbrooks, Decker, or Eldridge. One loose word, and she might unwittingly place him and his crew in danger, a danger that would not otherwise face. He couldn't tell her about his mission, and he certainly couldn't take her with him. Lot above, he'd only just recognized how incredibly precious to him she was, how central to his future, to his happiness, and she wanted to accompany him on a flying visit to one of those roughest settlements in the empire. No, or rather, yes. He resisted the urge to rake his fingers through his hair. There are any number of reasons that make it impossible for you to sail with me, and I'm sorry, but I can't explain. It's entirely unattainable for you to travel with me in this instance. Her heart sank. Declan, I realize we haven't specifically discussed this, but I knew you spent at least half the year on your ship when I accepted your proposal. I married you in full expectation, however, that many months you spent on the waves, I would be able to spend, if not all those months, at least the majority of them by your side on the deck of your ship. She couldn't be sure, but she thought his eyes widened. It seemed her revelation had come as a surprise. Yet surely he hadn't imagined that she was the type of lady to remain smug and safe at home by the fire, oblivious to whatever dangers or threats he might be facing around the world. She fought to stifle a snort. You cannot possibly be surprised by that, by the notion that I want to be part of your life. Yes, ma'am. Leaning forward, she made her eyes, her whole expression beseeching as she could. Please, Declan, I would like to go on your ship and sail with you. For a moment he held her gaze, his chest swelled as he drew in deep. For one instant she hoped, but then his chin firmed, and she saw his jaw harden. I have to admit that I did not quite appreciate interest in sailing. If you like, I'll take you on the Cormorant, perhaps to Amsterdam, and then the coast of France and Spain, into the Media, when I return from this trip. No. I'm going on this trip. I cannot and will not take you on this particular voyage. So I'm allowed to share part of your life, the parts you seem appropriate, but I'm excluded from those business ventures, these adventures you wish to keep private. Taking that as a negative one, she eventually said, I have already stated that such boundaries are not what I expected in our marriage. One I wish to base firmly on the concept of shared enterprise. As I understand, your mother has always sailed with your father. I had not realized that you might think I might be happy being left at home. My mother's different. Why? 'Cause she's your mother? My mother is not you. She's my father's responsibility, and you are mine. Indeed, our marriage is much as your responsibility is mine, and I will go further and definitely state that I am not prepared to accept the restrictions of not sailing with you, short of there being a sound reason and a compelling argument against it. I'm not prepared to acquiesce to such a limitation being put on your sharing or on our marriage. What do you see that, Buster? So, we're going to Freetown. The capital of Sierra Leone is no Bombay or Calcutta or Cape Town. It is basic in every sense of the word and definitely no place for a duke's daughter. And that's where you're going? I see. So your decision is driven by wanting to protect me. Exactly. He didn't say the word, but was quite sure she read his expression. Why else would he deny it? All right, that I can accept. Just so I have this issue clear, as long as my intention is to protect you, then you'll accept whatever decision I make. I am accepting and seeking to protect me. You'll make such decisions. Now, as we discussed last night, we're having dinner here with just the two of us, then spending a quiet evening in the drawing room. Unless you prefer to attend more events. He's like, no. But I'm telling you, she goes with him. And if you want to find out, and check him on his mission in rescuing these officers, please go check out the previous video. And we got to get on to the next book. We've got to get on to Buccaneer. So check this out next week. Have a good one.